Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you.
Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. I am so thankful to be here. Thank you so much for clicking play on today's episode. If you are listening to this, I know that you have that internal drive to just really fully trust that abundance is your birthright and you are meant to have the kind of money that gives you freedom, fulfillment, happiness. And, not to say that money makes you happy, but I will say that money does allow us to experience more of life and truly create more memories and greater experiences, allows us to travel around the entire world. It allows us to give so much to others. And today I want to chat with you guys about the 5 signs that can help you identify if you are in a lack mindset. If you are kind of subscribing to that broke mindset, that broke mentality, and exactly how you can start to rewire your brain so that you're no longer operating from lack and scarcity, and instead you are operating from full-on abundance, and you have so much trust and knowing that you are going to be provided for and that you always will have enough. Now, this is something that I feel as though so many of us go through, including myself. Money mindset has been such a huge focus for me since 2018. I have been diving in, binging this type of content for so long because I recognize how much money influences the way that we behave, our actions, our behaviors, our thoughts, our emotions. It controls so much of our life, even if we don't want to act like it, even if we act like, money isn't important to me. It absolutely is important to every single one of us because it's what allows us to live the life that we live. It allows us to drive the car that we have, to live in the home that we have, and it's everywhere, we need it. So I think that it's really, really important to kind of break that tabooness and actually discuss the things that matter to us more than we'd like to admit. And for me personally, I have dealt with so much scarcity, so much lack. I had to unlearn so many different patterns and behaviors and thought processes around money because I didn't come from a household that had really healthy money beliefs. And that's why I really think that it is such a privilege that we have access to so many resources online nowadays, even podcasts like this, like to hear how someone else views money or to see different perspectives around abundance and finances. I think that it really supports us in understanding that there is so much growth to be had in every single area of life, but with money specifically, it's going to allow you to be just the most abundant version of yourself. And not only with the money that's in your bank account, but to actually feel abundant, to actually feel like you have options and, you're not limited, you're not trapped, you're not stuck. And I know that's what a lot of us are going through. I know that's what I went through for such a long time. There's still moments where I have it. I do not have all this figured out. I don't know all the answers, but I do want to give you guys things that supported me throughout my journey of moving into a more abundant mindset. So the first sign that will show you that you could be in a lack mindset is if you're constantly overanalyzing every single purchase, every single time that you spend money. You're kind of already calculating, okay, how much will that put me at in my bank account? Will I have enough? Will I have enough to pay for my bills? Like if I buy this thing, what will I not be able to buy later? Maybe you're questioning if you should go to lunch with one of your friends because you don't want to spend money. You're just constantly worried about not having enough. And that overanalyzation just causes you to go into stress. It ignites your nervous system and it ultimately sends you into fight or flight. And that's exactly where we don't want to be. But likely that is because of a learned behavior, something that you've experienced in the past that you've seen kind of happen. And now you're just repeating those same patterns over and over and over again unconsciously. So that's the first sign. The second sign that you could be in a lack mindset is if you are having trouble receiving. If you don't like asking for help, or if somebody does buy something for you, you instantly feel guilty, or you feel like you owe them something. You feel like you need to immediately figure out, how am I going to pay them back? You're kind of in that mindset of, I don't deserve this, or I don't want to owe anyone anything. You can even start to pick up on this if it's hard for you to receive compliments. If as soon as you receive a compliment, you're immediately like, oh no, that's like from, I got that at Walmart, or it's not even that cute, or you downplay it, or you just completely dismiss the compliment, or instead of receiving the compliment, you shoot one right back because you're uncomfortable receiving it. It's really a huge signal, a good sign to recognize that there may be a part of you that doesn't feel safe in receiving. And when you start to unlearn that specific habit, and you can start by literally like accepting compliments and just saying thank you and stop talking after that. There's little tiny ways that you can start to unlearn this specific behavior. But if you really do want to be open to receiving, you can't have these behaviors, these thought patterns, and these things kind of blocking that receiving. Even it could be as simple as someone asking to take your cart back to the grocery store. And, like you're in the parking lot and some guy walks by and he's like, oh, do you want me to grab your cart for you? And you're like, oh, no, I got it. Like, those are small little signs that, you might not be comfortable with receiving support or help from others. And even if you have a hard time, like asking for help, you feel like, I'm not deserving of help, or I can do it on my own. Those are perfect indicators that you may be coming from a mindset that's not actually as healthy or as abundant, because the universe does want to provide for you. The universe does want to give you a lot, and it wants you to receive more. But if you're constantly showing in small little ways that you don't want to receive, that you don't want help, then you're showing the universe that you don't want to receive and you don't want to help. So I want you to start to just kind of pay attention to those little things so you can start to, be more on top of it and say yes more often, ask for help more often, instead of just trying to figure it all on your own. Like, ask for that support and know that you're deserving and you're worthy of that support. Now, number 3, this is one that I am currently being very intentional about. A sign that will show you that you could be in a lack or even an avoidant, maybe a scarcity mindset, would be you having disorganized finances. So not knowing how much money is coming in, not knowing how much money is coming out, not paying attention to your credit card bills, and just kind of like ignoring it, avoiding it, not wanting to see any of it, because if you don't see it, then it's not there. That kind of behavior is basically like ignoring the money that is coming into your life and ignoring the money that's coming out of your life. And that is something that will only lead to, it's an avoidant mechanism, okay? So you're just avoiding money basically. And maybe you saw your parents do it and that's why you're doing it. But this is what I will say is, same with like let's say like you avoid one of your friends. Let's say one of your friends is like being so loving towards you and they're like really trying to take care of you. And, they're doing everything they can to show their support. And you just kind of like brush them off. Or you're just like not even checking in with them. You don't really give a fuck about what they're doing or like whatever. You're avoiding them. You're literally avoiding them. And what is that going to make them do? It's going to make them pull back. It's going to make them not really care about what you have going on. It's going to make them pay attention less. It's not going to make them come to you more. It's just going to push them away. And so in a sense, this is what a lot of us are doing with our money. We are completely ignoring it. And why would money ever want to come to you if you're fucking ignoring it? Like, where you put your attention is where energy will flow. So if you would like to have more abundance, then you need to start getting more comfortable with abundance, with money itself, and starting to build that relationship with money as if it were a person. So something that one of my best friends, Kaylee Pomerang, she does is she literally will talk out loud as if money was a person. And something that she said to me that really, really like hit home was, she said, so many of us are treating money like it's a deadbeat dad. Like, we're saying, oh my gosh, it's never there for me. Like, whenever I need it, it's not there. Like, whenever I ask for help, it doesn't show up. We treat it like a fucking father that like doesn't want anything to do with us. And oh my gosh, I have so much more to like say on that specifically, just because money is masculine and, if you have had troubles with the masculine in the past, that may be coming up in your money experiences currently, but that's for another day. But if you are just assuming that money's not going to be there for you, it's not going to support you, it's not going to help you, it's just truly not, because the energy that you're giving is what you're going to receive. The fourth way for you to pick up on if you're in that lack or scarcity mindset is if your stomach drops or if you get instant anxiety as soon as you check your bank account. Now, this is something that you can literally go test right now. This is something that I'm constantly paying attention to, because that feeling you get whenever you check your bank account, that is how you are responding to money. If it is instantly bringing you anxiety instead of gratitude, instead of abundance, instead of, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful I have this money in my bank account, or I'm so thankful I had the money to pay my rent, or I'm so thankful I had the money to pay off that credit card, whatever that it is that you're currently dealing with, if you are coming to it and you're instantly having that stress response, you're instantly in that survival mode, that is that constant like spiraling about money, and then all of a sudden you're thinking about all the bills that you have to pay, and then like it's literally just a downward spiral. That right there is an indicator that you do not have the healthiest money mindset, because you want to be responding to those things with gratitude, with appreciation, and knowing, oh my gosh, I was provided for. Like, wow, thank goodness I had the abundance to pay for all of these things that are being taken out of my bank account right now. And that is something that I consciously work on. And I do that by every single time that I open up my bank account, I specifically signal gratitude. I will sit there and I will, as it's like loading, as my Face ID gets loaded into the little login page or whatever, I'm literally sitting there being like, thank you so much, universe. I am so grateful for every single dollar that's in my bank account. There's other days where I will imagine, like, if I have $10,000 in there, I'll imagine $100,000. If I have $2,000, I'll imagine $20,000 or $200,000. Like, I just play this game and I get excited about money, and therefore it flows a little easier my way. Now, the fifth way that you can see if you are in a scarcity mindset is if you tend to notice that whenever you make money, all of a sudden that money is just poof, gone, disappeared. Okay? If you are recognizing that as soon as you get money, like, you're so quick to go buy yourself something that like blows your entire check, or you just find yourself at the end of the month being like, where the fuck did all of my money go? Like, I bought stuff on Amazon, I went to Target, like I went on all these different shopping sprees, and like now I don't have money to pay my rent, now I don't have money to pay my bills, like I don't have enough. That is a really clear indicator that you're not in touch with your finances, and you need to be building this relationship with money so that it wants to come to you, so that it feels safe with you, because every single one of us, we have a financial thermostat. This financial thermostat, it is basically set at a specific point. So if your financial set point is at $5,000 a month, that is what your body feels safe holding, and your mind. You feel safe holding $5,000. So some way or another, your bank account will always like be in that specific, at that specific set point. So just like on a thermostat in your bedroom, if you set the set point to 75 degrees and it gets hot outside, then it's going to cool it down to 75 degrees. If it's cold, it's going to bring it up 75 degrees. No matter what, it's going to stay at that 75 degrees set point, because that's the default setting. Like, that is the setting that you set for it. All of us unconsciously have an unconscious set point, and that is the thing that so many of us don't realize, that we have to upgrade, we have to reset, we have to do the inner work to actually release those set points and instead set a new set point that feels abundant, that feels amazing, that feels safe, wiring safety into our body so that we are able to receive more, able to give more, able to, contribute more in our relationships, or whatever that it is that you're wanting to do. Now, out of those 5, I want you to just take a moment to calculate, like, how many of those are you dealing with? Where are you at on that scale? I'm sharing all of these specifically because I have been there with majority of these. I have dealt with these things, and I know what it's like to be trapped in that mindset, and it fucking sucks. It sucks feeling limited. It sucks feeling like you don't have the money that you need to go do the things that you want to do, like to go take that trip or to go do that experience with your friends. Like, I get it wholeheartedly. I have been there myself, and I just want to gift you guys with as much knowledge as I possibly can to support you guys in moving through this. These experiences, they're all just happening based on experiences and memories that we've had as a child in our past that we have gone through, and we have to unlearn those things. And that's the best part about this, is that you can unlearn it. You can learn new ways to deal with these things so you can expand your money mindset. And it really is, it's rewiring your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain is where every single belief and pattern is being held, and unconsciously we will always act through our subconscious. So whatever we've experienced, whatever behaviors we picked up from our childhood, watching our parents pay our bills, or watching our parents ignore the bills, or watching our parents, get their card declined, whatever that it is, that is now our set point. And so we have to do the work to unlearn those things, to rewire a new state, a new personality, a new reality that we are experiencing through this work. And this is exactly, if this is resonating with you, this is exactly what I'm going to be supporting you guys with over the next few months, but most importantly on this masterclass that I'm hosting in March. I have not even talked about this yet whatsoever, but I am going to be doing a money mindset call in March for open to all of you guys. If you'd like to get on the wait list so that you are the first person to hear about it, message me the word money on Instagram and I will send you the link so that you can get on the wait list. And then you're going to be the first person to hear about this masterclass, because I know that this is meant to help so many of you guys. It has helped me immensely. It has literally changed the way that I respond to money. I have had so many fucking rock bottom moments around money, and I have felt like I've lost it all. I have felt like I've had absolutely no money in my bank account. I've gone negative multiple times, and now being where I'm at currently, not having those experiences and not having those responses to my financial situation, no longer reacting from an emotional place around money. Oh my gosh, I feel like my life is so much more peaceful. I have so much more just happiness, and I'm not as stressed, and I feel more free. And I've also been able to call in so many more opportunities and so much more abundance into my life because of this work. So I want to gift this to you guys. It's completely for free. Message me the word money to get on this waitlist, and you will be the first person to know about this masterclass that is coming up in March. I'm so fucking excited for it, and I cannot wait to support you guys. Go ahead and send me the word money on Instagram and I will be there. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that this is illuminating so much for you, and just know that you have all the resources at your fucking fingertips. And I'm going to give so much more to you guys in these upcoming months. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Go message me on Instagram and I will talk to you soon. Bye.